will there be a point in time if the relationship between number 4 and ownership doesn't get rectified in a way that is counter to what's being reported right now? Do they eventually sit there and start wondering what's the best way to get those assets back right now? And more, this guy. Certainly if he doesn't want to be there. That's to be assessed as they're choosing their next coach as well. That's to be assessed. Because, with all due respect to our Raider fan friend who just called in, let's quickly walk through this. Which teams wouldn't upend their current quarterback apple cart for this kid? Let's start in the AFC East. Buffalo would not.
For Deshaun Watson?
Correct. Buffalo would not.
Yeah, I laid this out yesterday, too, on my Twitter. I think there's about 6 teams.
Let's walk through it. Buffalo would not.
Nope, they would. Nope.
The Jets would. And 100%. The Patriots would go all in. Yep. The Dolphins.
Absolutely.
You'd have to put them in a gray area candidacy, but they would have to think about it. Pittsburgh would go all in right now. Cleveland wouldn't. Baker's on a rookie deal, but they have to make their decision on him right now. So
let's see what happens this weekend.
Cincinnati would not.
I don't think the Bengals would, but I do think the Browns would.
I don't know about that one, brother. The Ravens wouldn't. Titans would not. Colts would be interested, but I think you could take the entire AFC South and say forget it because they're not trading him within division, nor would he say I've got to go within division. I don't think that's a spot because he would have to say I need to go somewhere where it's a marriage here because he's got to also sign off on it. He's got to say I need to go there too. And the Jets, again, I know I'm biased, but that's New York Media Market 1. All I need to say, Justin Tuck sold $5 footlongs. Okay, and so did Victor Cruz is still salsa dancing, and he played just a cup of coffee in New York City. Imagine you're Deshaun Watson. He'd be salsa dancing and selling $5 footlongs till he's 80 years old if he does what he does in New York
and tall.
What he's done in Houston. Kansas City wouldn't upset their apple cart, nor would the Chargers. Denver would do it in a heartbeat.
So would the Raiders.
And so would the Raiders. Cowboys would have to think about it based on what's going on with Dak.
They would do it in a second.
Philadelphia would.
Can't say they do it in a second.
The Giants would, and Washington football team would fall all over themselves for Deshaun Watson right now. Bears would do it in a heartbeat. The Vikings would do it in a heartbeat. The Lions would do it in a heartbeat.
And by the way, so would the Packers.
No, it wouldn't. No.
Aaron Rodgers is going to be 38 next year.
No, sir.
And Tom
Atlanta would do
43.
it. Atlanta would do it. Carolina would do it. New Orleans would do it. And Tampa would not because they wouldn't touch that.
You can't say the Packers wouldn't. They drafted a quarterback in the first round.
I know. And we just saw what just happened with they would not. We could debate this a little bit more. The Seahawks wouldn't. The Rams would. I think entertain
totally
it.
would.
Arizona probably wouldn't.
Arizona probably wouldn't.
And San Francisco would do that right now. So there'd be a long line out the door. And then Deshaun would have to choose which one he'd want to go to. But again, this is all a moot point according to John McClain. I'm not there yet, but he's on boots on the ground. More of your phone calls, 844-204-RICH, hour number 2 of the Rich Eisen Show. A Green Bay would not touch Aaron Rodgers right now. You would not touch Aaron Rodgers right now.
Aaron Rodgers has already resigned to himself that he's going to finish his career in a different team. They drafted a quarterback in the first round that they traded up to get.
He's got a good point, Rich.
He's going to be the MVP of the. What do you mean he's got a good point?
Great.
What's his point? He's the MVP of the NFL. But you are not telling the MVP of the NFL, a future first ballot Hall of Famer who has also meant this much to your franchise. Thanks for this. You're out. Deshaun Watson's in. Like, you're out of your minds.
But they work this
Packers fans,
of your
Packers
minds.
fans, be honest with yourself. Do you want 38-year-old Aaron Rodgers
Yes, they do.
for the next 2 to 4 years?
Yeah.
Or do you want 15 more years of Deshaun Watson?
Exactly.
Look yourself in the mirror and have a come-to-Jesus moment.
I'm a Rams fan. I'd take him, and I love Goff. I'm not the Goff hater.
Goff and Aaron
that's
Rodgers
a different situation.
my
there,
God.
No, people out
it's
there.
not even apples and oranges. You're in the frozen food section compared to the produce. I know you're comparing yourself as a fan of a team to what Green Bay's fan base is, but no way. No way. Hey, you watched all the way to the end. Thanks for that. Watch more right here.